Because with the big three, don't need a big speech. We made the biggest impact. Check the spreadsheet, okay? That's what Nicki Minaj said. Now, listen, you guys, when we come out here and we try to tell you that there is a lot of jealousy in the music industry when it comes to Young Money, you guys like to run around calling us delusional and dismissing everything. So tell me now why the PR posts are being deleted left, right, and center. Embarrassing to say the least. Now, we're going to be talking about that, you guys, and we are also going to be talking about Mingle. It seems like now she has decided to join Baddies. And we're also going to be talking about Chloe Bailey and Burna Boy, as well as Kendrick Lamar going, on the Apple podcast with Ibro and, of course, Nebraska. Doja Cat has dropped, of course, new music with Lisa. And Kanye West is back at Spiraling. Now, these are some of the things that we will be discussing in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the Tea Plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So, first of all, let us talk about this entire big three nonsense that Kyle tried on the Neighborhood Talk today. Okay, so this is the post that he decided to post so that when I comment, you guys know what I'm talking about. He said, Black History Month in full effect. Doechii, Kendrick, and SZA are the new big three. Okay, and I'm just like, how ironic that a couple of months ago, when we were saying that there is such an agenda that is being pushed, people were like, oh my God, you're just making it up. Nobody wants to be Young Money. Nobody's envious of Young Money. So what is this? Because first of all, a little background about the Neighborhood Talk, if you do not know. Anything that is linked to Jay-Z, anything that is linked to Rock Nation, anything that is linked to Megan Thee Stallion, it does seem like they have a bias towards those people. Okay. Now, I don't know if they're, just do it out of the goodness of their heart that they just want to support Fraudulent Nation. Or I don't know if there's polarization there. I really don't know. So now it seems like TDE might also be part of the package. But when it comes to anything Young Money related, these guys are biased against Young Money. And it's very weird for me, given that Kyle got, chased away from the Shade Room. And Nicki Minaj gave him visibility on Queen Radio to help him get back on his feet. And as soon as he was back on his feet, of course, he decided to sell out, in my own opinion, because if you're going to turn around and be shady, towards the person who literally picked you from the gutter, from the media gutter, that Angie had thrown you in, because that time Angie was biased towards Cardi B. That was before Angie fell out with the Transformer. So, the Shade Room has always been biased, and they never came back from that entire thing, okay? I guess it's embarrassing for them, and I guess also there's no incentive for, bias towards Young Money, because it's not like these guys are going around paying media platforms the extra just so they can be biased. So I could see why the mainstream media probably does not like, to side with Young Money. So that being said, this is what Kyle decided to post on his platform. So first of all, let us dissect this entire thing. This guy said Black History Month in full effect. Okay. And I will tell you what I don't like the opening statement at all. And this is the same reason why I keep on, emphasizing on this channel that I do not like performative activists. I don't like it when people try to use the black card or try to use we're women card, feminist card only when it's beneficial. What do you mean Black History Month in full effect? Why are you making it seem like the big three that is well known, Nicki, Drake, and Wayne, are white people? Because they're making it seem like, finally we have the big three, because now the previous big three was not black. Because what does blackness have to do with any of this? And I see people fall for this nonsense all the time. If you wanted to talk about your big three, you could have just said it. What full effect? And it's crazy. It's crazy because Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, and Drake, it's not like there was a big three in rap before them, and Nicki, Wayne, and Drake said, now it's our turn. No. It so happened that in Young Money, the three of them were winning at the same time, and they were pretty close to each other, that they just started calling themselves the big three. Do you get it? So I find it weird that people would be envious enough to say, we want everything that you had. What this just shows is that when Nicki, Drake, and Wayne were running around the music industry, winning and doing their things and making impacts, people were low-key jealous. People were jealous over this. This is exactly what it is giving. And this is why when that man Kendrick comes out here and starts to say, "Oh, I'm doing this for the culture." I get what he's trying to say, but at the same time, let's not act like there's not a little bit of jealousy of the longevity of these guys' career. Every artist wishes to have that much longevity. Okay, Drake won for over a decade. Nicki won for over a decade. And that's not something that a lot of artists, can stomach. Hence, you see each time anything negative is said about either one of them, a lot of losers as artists, a lot of artists that are losers will come out here rallying behind and supporting the narrative to tarnish these people. Jealousy is a real thing. And this is the evidence of it. And people said it, people called it when it started happening. But well, of course, in true, shea butter Twitter, people said, "Oh, it's just the barbz trying to, stir up some stuff." But that being said, do I think that this was a smart move? Absolutely not. Okay. If this was a paid PR promo, if they were trying to promote the Super Bowl, because yeah, they're going to be performing at the Super Bowl, the three of them. If this is how they decided to market themselves, if this was paid PR, this is very dense. It's very dense because they still have people that are coming up, people like Doechii on the big three, their own. I'm saying on the big three in quotes because that's nonsense. Okay. So Doechii is just coming up. Already people were criticizing, the award that she got. People felt like she didn't deserve it. And now you're making the Nicki Minaj replacement, the Drake replacement very blatant. Now people are going to see your agenda. I feel like they laughed too early. They laughed way early. And people can now see the agenda. Like, what are you doing? So all this while you were, saying this is for the culture, when all along you've wanted to just, create replacements. If anything, this post has done a disservice to Doechii because the amount of people that I saw coming for Kyle in the comment section, some of them were not even barbz, but people are like, "Oh my God, this is what the barbz actually be talking about." This is you see people trying to rewrite history. So if anything, it has opened other people's eyes to see what they are trying to do. And this type of competition is not the type of competition Doechii needs at the beginning of a mainstream career like that. She doesn't need all of this. If there were barbz that were sitting on the fence right now and not seeing the agenda, now people are seeing. And now people are realizing that it's actually an attempt at replacing the big three. This is embarrassing. And at the end of the day, you guys, he ended up deleting it. I'm embarrassed on their behalf. Envy is bad, you guys. Even in real life, like jealousy is bad. Don't do it. Before you know it, you will turn into somebody who practices black magic on others because of envy. Because, why can't they create their own impact without having to replace other people? Why can't they just do their own thing? Because before Nicki, Wayne, and Drake, it's not like they came in and said there's another big three with one woman and two men that we're going to replace. No, it was their thing that just happened. So why can't these guys create their own impact without trying to replace other people? Like, do your own thing. It's pathetic at this point. And this is why, honestly, in as much as I don't like Judas Degrassi, this is why I look at Kendrick sideways, honestly. And when I see people justifying it, "Oh my God, how dare you? Oh, Kendrick is the Messiah. He came the Messiah Kendrick." I'm just looking at you like, I'm sorry, no matter how many times you shout, if he was trying to do it for the culture, that's probably 20%. 80% is envy, and 80% is also him being used by the industry to end Drake because it was getting too powerful. So if you have a problem with that, well, that is that. I'm just going to say that. Okay. But that being said, I do not completely blame the industry for this. Okay, let me play the devil's advocate in this entire situation. Let's look at the other side. Okay, when this thing started, the industry creeped into Young Money slowly, and they realized that, well, the best thing to do, let's start with Nicki Minaj, because Nicki already had issues with a lot of people in the music industry, because she would not compromise. She would stand on business. She had already had issues with the Grammys. She had already had issues with a lot of these major labels because she had refused to sign to them. So they had some sort of beef with her. So of course she was the first target. And when the industry creeped into Young Money, Nicki Minaj's brothers did not do anything. They stood on the sidelines and thought this was a Nicki thing. when the industry knew what they were doing. They knew that slowly we're going to divide and conquer them. When Nicki was getting attacked by the industry left, right, and center, what does Nicki's brother do, Drake? He brings out the person who was supposed to replace Nicki Minaj and performs with her and calls her the hardest working female rapper in the game. In that moment, Drake's selfishness stopped him from standing together with his sister because, well, it was his time to shine. He didn't realize that the bigger plot was to erase Young Money as a whole like entity in its entirety. He didn't realize that. He thought that, well, finally, I guess it was his competitive nature because at that time, Nicki was winning way better than Drake. Nicki was more popular when this whole thing started, the Young Money thing, like started to be very popular. Nicki had more influence. Nicki had more, fame than Drake. And I guess he thought like, well, you always have been ahead. Now I'm coming. It's my turn. And his greed got the best of him. And now it's his turn and there's nothing you can do about it. Now you're realizing that it's a bigger thing, it's a bigger ploy, but there's nothing you're going to do about it. So honestly, in as much as I would like to blame the industry, I also would like to say Young Money members themselves did not do anything to stop this. They got selfish and Wayne was sitting on the fence, eating with the orbs whilst Nicki was burning. And unfortunately, they all played a part in this. And now that Nicki Minaj single-handedly defended her own legacy, I do not expect her to participate in this. Like, I don't. She defended her own legacy by herself. So, Drake, it's your time to defend. If not, you see what the cows of this world are doing to your legacy. And when you were out there sitting on the fence, sitting with the women that were saying that they were trying to end your protege and you didn't do anything about it. So this is the result. And as for Kendrick, SZA, and Doechii, good luck. That's all I can say. Good luck with that. At the end of the day, if someone's intentions are pure, they will always come out winning. If their intentions are vile, of course, it's just going to be like a flame that's made from peppers. It will just, blow up in 2 seconds. It's going to die. So yeah, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about this entire situation. Oh my God, I spent 12 minutes talking about this. I don't think I'm going to be able to cover all the other things, you guys. But anyway, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, still talking about Kendrick Lamar. He decided to go, on the Apple podcast just before his Super Bowl performance. And he was talking about the reason why the beef happened. And according to Kendrick, it is mainly because of, he wanted to preserve the culture. Yeah, that's what your Messiah said. He wanted to preserve the culture, which I do not buy, which I feel like it's BS. I do feel like he's very talented, and I do get where he might be coming from. I mean, sitting on the sidelines when you have this, amazing lyrical ability, and you're watching Drake, who's out there literally draking and crying and doing all of these songs, being crowned the king of rap. Of course, it made him feel some type of way. If only he could own up to it and say that. But then he did say in his song that he hated Drake. So I don't know why. The only logical reason that would be there is, well, he probably hates Drake because Drake was winning, when he feels like he has more talent than Drake. That would be the logical explanation. So this whole entire culture thing, all this and that, if you guys want to eat it up, okay? Again, I'm not saying that Kendrick is not a good artist. So if you choose to come and say, Kendrick is the best rapper, that's not the argument. And if you're going off tangent, I'm not going back and forth with you. Okay? Anyway, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, Ming, just when people are trying to end your sister, can't you find better things to do? Honestly, I'm frustrated. At this point, I'm just frustrated. Ming, do you think this is the best time for you to come on the internet talking about you want to be on Baddies, talking to Natalie? Do you think this is the right time? There are more matters of urgency, matters of, more greater importance that are being dealt with right now. Kyle is out there trying to replace your sister, and you're out here walking around, to Natalie, Nunn, you want to come on Baddies to do what, Ming? To do what? I'm just kidding, you guys. But anyway, Ming Lee linked up with Natalie Nunn and was telling Natalie that she would like to join the show. Now, I don't think that this would do anything for her brand. If anything, Natalie might actually allow her to come because she does know that Ming Lee comes with the title of being Nicki Minaj's sister. So I could see Natalie encouraging her to come, okay? And because she knows the amount of engagement is going to be. Imagine Ming getting mobbed on on the show. Of course, people will not even be calling her Ming. People will just be calling her Nicki Minaj's sister. And Natalie knows what that does for, for her views. So please, Ming, stay away from Natalie in that show. Oh my goodness. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Chloe Bailey and Burna Boy. It seems like Burna is in love like that. Okay. Chloe and Burna are having such a great time. They're having, matching watches and stuff like that, dining together, kissing in public. They are having such an amazing time. And I did see a lot of Nigerian blogs saying that, well, they do feel like this time Burna is actually going to marry Chloe Bailey. So let me know in the comment section what you think about this relationship. Do you think that it is this serious, or do you think that they are just having fun? And do you see Burna Boy settling anytime soon? And if you do, would you see him settling with somebody like Chloe Bailey? I feel like for Chloe settling, how old is she right now? I don't know, man, but let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Now, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Doja Cat, okay? So Doja Cat's song with Lisa, the video is doing absolutely amazing on YouTube. It was actually reported that in 30 minutes, it had like 500K views. I will say that I listened to that and I feel like this is more Doja type of stuff, okay? Not the stuff that she tried on Scarlett. This is more of a, it's poppy, it's upbeat, it's, fun, it's giving, in my own opinion. I feel like this time Matlamini understood the assignment, and I do feel like going forward, please stick to what you know, okay? This entire Doja Cat trying to be Kendrick Lamar, trying to be Nicki Minaj mixed together, don't do it, okay? Just copy Nicki Minaj, it works well for you. Stick to the Nicki Minaj. Stick to the Nicki Minaj Starship formula, okay? That one works for you. The mixture with Kendrick Lamar that you were trying to do, no, that one doesn't work, okay? I'm just kidding, you guys. Don't take it to heart. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Kanye. Kanye is back at it again. Kanye is spiraling on Twitter. Kanye is saying absurd things on X. And I don't know what is happening, okay? From the Grammys, it seems like it just went downhill. I don't know if they hexed him when they saw him at the Grammys or what. But it seems like since he came back from the Grammys, he has been acting away. What did they do to you on that carpet, Kanye? He's out here talking about Free the Diddler. That's what he is talking about, this man. And as if that's not enough, he's out there poking the bear again. He's now back to making his anti-Sem, comments. Yes, that's what he's doing. And I'm like, Kanye, you forgot that you lost all your money the last time you did this. Now you're a billionaire, all of a sudden you're back again to wanting, like, what type of a demon is this that wants you to lose money? Be released, honestly. Because just yesterday you were bragging about being a billionaire again, and now you want to lose the billions again. Them people don't play. They do not play at all. And if you keep on poking them like this, tomorrow we're going to hear that your net worth is now 20 million. Like, continue doing this. Oh my God. And who's around Kanye, and who are his friends really? Ty Dolla $ign, where are you? Offset, I saw Offset posting Kanye just yesterday. Where are these guys when Kanye needs them like this? This is the moment where you go to your friend's house, you snatch their phone, and even if it cusses you out, you're like, listen, you're having an episode, I'll give you back later. Okay? Ty, you can't just be there with your pretty eyes not doing anything but applauding when Kanye is singing on a piano. Do something if that's your friend. Anyway, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, I think I've spoken too much in this video. So I think let me end here. Otherwise, it's going to become super long. So yeah, that being said, thank you for watching. I will insert a snippet of what Kendrick the Messiah had to say about the beef, between him and Drake. So I won't say that at the end of this video. If you guys do care to listen to it, you can listen. Personally, I cannot stand to listen to stuff when I feel like it's very hypocritical. Okay, I don't like Drake either, but when something is hypocritical, it's just hypocritical. Okay. It is hypocritical. But anyway, do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to like and turn on the notification bell. It is your girl, the T Plug. And until my next one, forgive me, you guys, for shouting and for acting like I'm, cussing out people. It's just the video started like this, so it had to. Until my next one, see you. Oh, there's a shout out. Somebody sent me an email. They wanted me to tell you about their business. Hold on. Okay, so this message is from Michelle. Michelle Wood, she's always in our comment section. She did say that, well, she has a children's superhero comic that is called Nightmare Fighters, and it is under her name Author Wood Inc. and it's also on Amazon. So you guys go and check it out. It is under Author Wood Inc. Oh my God, what's happening with my reading? Author Wood Inc. And yeah, it's called Children's Superhero Comic Book Nightmare. So go and check it out, you guys. Go and support your own. And until my next one, see you.
Was that your intent when you rolled out this year? Was like, yo, I'm drawing a line. Like, this is what it is.
My intent was to always keep, I think from day one was to always keep the nature of it as a sport. I don't care how motherfuckers look at it as far as like, as a collaborative effort, that's cool too, but I love when artists grit their teeth. Like I still watch battle raps. I still watch Smack URL from Murder Mook to Lux to Tay Rock, my bro Daylight. This has always been the core definition of who I am, and it's been that way since day one. So I don't think it was a thing for this year. It was always just a continuum. And what I will say about this year, it was more from a space where I think a lot of people was putting rap to the back, and you didn't see that. You didn't see that grit. You didn't see that bite anymore. So I always took that in consideration in going into any type of my music.
That's interesting. So I hope this makes sense, right? We've been following your journey for about 15 years, and you have been so consistent in the messaging and the focus, like you said, and you've always moved with integrity. So in a lot of ways, I feel like we thought we knew exactly who you were as an artist in a positive way. And then last year, it felt like you unlocked a whole new dimension for us. But that person, like you said, was always in there. But I'm wondering, do you still surprise yourself sometimes? Did you surprise yourself last year, or was it just us, the fans, with our jaws on the floor, just stunned?
That's a good question. Surprised myself? Nah, I don't think I surprised myself because this, for me and for my partners that's been around me since 2005, 2006, like my brothers, they know my personality. They know my capabilities, even when it wasn't presented to the public at first, right? So this is just like a revolving door of what I've been doing in Carson Studios, at the homie garage, or my brothers at TDE, or just anybody around the city of Compton in LA.
That
Has every what? Bye, Kendrick. Let me go to work. I can't continue. I can't continue listening to this. And honestly, I think one of the reasons why I don't take this guy seriously, my bad, is because he looks like my nephew so much. Like he looks like my 16-year-old nephew, and that entire voice sounds like my nephew as well. And majority of the time, he will just be sounding all serious and all deep, and he's talking nonsense. What's up, Adrian? That's his name, you guys. Until my next one, see you.